Welcome to a short Friday morning stream. Or Friday, whatever, wherever you're at. So it's a special stream today. This is the first stream where I have 2 monitors fully up and running. So yeah, feels like a real stream now. I won't have to show you my streaming software every time I go to do like anything. As far as the magic today, I'm gonna try and sell my Stompy post list a little bit today. Mostly because I expect to play like the Green Sun Reclaimer list quite a bit over the weekend for the more serious events. But I've been enjoying the Stompy list and want to try and tune this up as best as I can. If you've been following the deck lists that have been posted, the undefeated lists, I know a lot of people saw the initial list that was running Apex Devastator. And yeah, that card is fun, but I'm looking to try and win today. And so if I'm trying to build this list as competitive as possible, I'm not going to play this card. The week after this list got posted, a very similar list of mine showed up on the undefeateds. And it was this build here, which is very heavy on Cavern of Souls, which I'm convinced is what we want to be doing with this deck. I think Cavern's the key to trying to break this creature-based deck here. Basically, for color sources in the original list, we had 6 forests and 2 Cavern of Souls for creatures, obviously. This list, we're running 5 basic forests and a full 4 caverns. So we're running 1 extra colored source, but I'm at 61 cards total main deck in order to do that. So, I'm not sure, maybe I just want 3 caverns ultimately. Maybe I don't want this Maindeck Ballista, which is the replacement for Devastator in this list. Or maybe I just need to break my rule and find one of these 4-0s and cut the 4th copy of one of these cards. But in any case, I don't hate 61 cards in this list. I'm going to play this Cavern one. I think this is where you want to be with the Stompy list if you're trying to win. So some things I want to keep track of today, or try and learn and experiment with. I want to see if we're struggling to get our green mana at any point, because we're running low on basics in order to accommodate all these caverns. And also, I'm still trying to figure out if I want a Bojuka Bog in this list. Since Golos and Primeval Titan are the only means of searching up any land directly, the one of lands we have to be like lands that are good to search up at a later point in the game. And so yeah, Bojuka Bog I feel loses like a lot of its power without crop rotation. But there's definitely been multiple spots so far where I wouldn't have minded having like a Bojuka Bog to find with one of like the Primeval Titan triggers. So yeah, I'm up in the air if I want Bojuka Bog or not. Let's try and figure out. I'm not going to run a Bog in this list, but let's try and think of when we play a Golos or a Primetime, if a Bog would be useful in those spots. And whether it would be a land that we would choose to search up in that situation. Alright. So yeah, double monitors is so nice. Can finally like browse the web over here without anybody watching. See who's in my chat finally. Haven't known that yet. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, this weekend is the showcase for Legacy, which I'll just record it on my own. I don't like to stream the higher profile events. I don't trust people to not, like, snipe my stream in those situations. But I will try and play in this challenge if I'm up for it in about, what, like 17 hours, 19 hours. Yeah, some things I want to try and improve on in the stream is like summing up things at the beginning, just like kind of making my own introduction to what we're doing for the day, kind of like I just did now. And also just like wrapping everything up at the end. I feel like so many times I just kind of pack it up and immediately leave. I'm gonna try this hand. Has a Cloudpost. And then it has colorless stuff to do. I don't think we could... I mean, it's not superb, but I don't think I can turn this down. Oh, perfect. Next turn we'll just play Chalice. Yeah, this version, like, still beats up on these control decks, which I assume that's what this is. Oh, nice. Reminds me, let me go update Cardboard Live. Uh-oh. I think I'd rather have the green Sorcerer. Hey, how's it going, Waterfalls? Your name is Matt, right? I feel like bad, like, I'm really terrible with names, but I'd like to start calling you by your your actual name. Okay, cool. Do you remember now? I remember I watched your match against Jeremiah Rudolph after you were telling me about it. The good old days of SCG Legacy coverage. I miss those days. What are we taking here? Could take the swords, just because that's the only answer they have at the moment for this. Hope they don't Days Undoing. I should maybe... Oh yeah, thanks Leviathan. I think the most obvious thing. How's it going, Leviathan? You guys are on it. Not so much me. I think Hull Breacher then. I think that lets them... Yeah, let's take that. I'm doing alright. The metagame is kind of like I feared, at least in Magic. I feel like the meta's worse for our deck now. I mean, obviously I'm going to keep playing it, but... Oh, nice. Good luck with the showcase. I'll be playing in that myself, too. Schoolwork is important, though. I see lots of life from the loam. I see a lot more discard now, like Thoughtseize, him, which is a problem. And also like mid-rangey strategies. Like none of the Reliquary is back now. And all of those are like difficult for this deck, I feel like. Like post in general, not like just this specific Stompy version. I think there's back to basics gonna happen. So I probably want these. Maybe not the ballistas. Yeah, I'm gonna try and sell my Stompy list. At least today. But yeah, I'll probably be playing the regular Green Sun Reclaimer list most of the weekend for the more serious tournaments. You don't need so many spyglasses. If I have Force of Vigors, I want to have all the green cards. Let's just bring 2 forces in. 2 force, 2 ballista. I mean, I've been enjoying this list a ton. Mostly because I just like to try and tune lists. And this one I feel is like really unpolished. No, I think I'm like 14 qualifier points short to play in 2 events. Been doing poorly recently. If I can get 13 before tomorrow, then I'll join that one too. I'm gonna keep this actually. Vintage prelim, you say? Could be my ticket in. I've been enjoying Vintage. Did you start playing Vintage, Leviathan? Remember I asked you a while back. I don't think you did at the time. Let's play a Tomb here. I mean, I've enjoyed Vintage so far. Haven't thought about it for a while, but I feel like I don't know what I'm doing in that format. I feel like I got some beginner's luck the first few challenges I played. So I know you like land-based decks, Leviathan. I strongly suggest the Golos Depths list. Having a ton of fun with this deck. I think it's misleading because people call it combo shops, but it's more of like a depths deck than a shops deck. Yeah, good choice. Definitely combo shops. And you just like kind of win out of nowhere with like ley lines sometimes. Just that. I think you want to be proactive in Vintage for sure. This deck is definitely proactive. There's a Chalice. I don't think I'm getting any green mana from the opponent. They didn't show us any game 1. I think I'm just going to copy a Tomb. That'll allow me to play Thought-Knot next turn. Definitely Chalice this turn. I could also start copying their islands. Just because I feel like I need some basics. If they do back to basics. Probably start thinking about that. Yeah, let's actually do that. Really in no rush this game so far. Definitely gotta play my Thought-Knot next turn. God, Days Undoing. Shit. I guess I should keep Karakas probably out there. Well, hopefully this resolves, or we're gonna lose our hand. Alright, definitely Days Undoing, considering they have an Narset. And we have Chalice, remember this time. Are you, you think you're gonna play post Leviathan, or are you still on Elves? So I was streaming the challenge last Sunday, and Hello Newton came into my stream, and he had a good recommendation for, instead of Rexage, he was saying Caustic Caterpillar, which is like a mana cheaper. I'm thinking of, I think I want to try that next. Let's see if we can Kill this Narset. Yeah, I hate to say it, but Elves is probably like in a better spot than Post right now. I couldn't play it correctly if I tried, but I'm really getting punished by having only 5 forests here. Shit. So one of the things I want to try and figure out as I try and tune this list, let me bring up the list on Cardboard Live. Keep meaning to do that. Yeah, that's true. It's double green. But at least you can, like, play it out over the course of, like, 2 turns. Like, if you green stun for it, it actually kind of lines up with the 2 mana turn 2 pretty easily. But yeah, Rex Age is, like, very simple in its own way, too. I feel like I should probably just copy another basic, as bad as that sounds. Yeah, I'll probably test it out at some point. I think I want at least a couple Veil of Summers in the sideboard. Not sure what I'm going to cut yet. Force of Will. Is it messed up? Does it say Legacy League Stompy Post? I don't know, I've never... It's just like a second monitor, but it's the first time I've had a second monitor up and running. Like, I know that wouldn't affect it, but... Legacy Challenge. Oh, okay. Never mind, I'm an idiot. It should be good now. I updated the information, but you have to actually press this update button too. Thought it just did it automatically. Yeah. Yeah, my bad. Sorry for the confusion, everybody. Probably was disappointing. People thinking there's like a legacy challenge going on. Come on, Forest. It's not terrible. Force of Will. I have none of my forests and none of my caverns either. Come on. So I got another undefeated list posted with the Stompy version. But this time I wasn't running Apex Devastator. I was running basically 4 Cavern of Souls and like a Walking Ballista instead of the Cascade 4. Which I think is the more competitive version of this list. So that's what I'm tuning here today. But yeah, I want to try and see if I'm ever struggling to get green mana when I need it, for one thing. And also if I want a Bajuka Bog somewhere in the list. Because I go back and forth about whether I want that land or not. Oh, that reminds me. Did you guys see the Time Spiral Remastered? They made a Bajuka Bog in Old Border. Oh, I wonder if there's anything new today. Let's check that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to spend some money for it. Prime Times, Rex Age. I'm gonna get the Ancient Stirrings too. Man, I really hope they do Green Sun Zenith. I was kind of hoping for Glacial Chasm too, just because I could use like a non from the vault shitty reprint. Alright, my list on Cardboard Live should be up to date now too. God, Days Undoing. If I was gonna do this, I shouldn't have tapped my Glimmerpost either. Now back to basics would be more devastating. I don't know, I say that like the meta's worse now for this deck, but I have seen a lot more like miracles, these kind of control lists now. Which is definitely nice. God. Died a bunch of sharks. This guy has reclaimed his spot as the top planeswalker again. I've even seen like Liliana of the Veil quite a bit. I feel like I haven't seen that card for like years, and I see it like about like once a league or so. Ah, the good old Jace lock. Forget the feeling. Yeah, I'm just dead. Oh, I love Lily of the Veil. How's it going, Micah? I think... Yeah, what do I want to focus on? Maybe I just want all the Golos back. I'm kind of thinking Spyglass is not that great tier. So I'm not stopping... I am stopping the Narset filtering ability. I guess Jace is pretty important to have to needle to. Maybe this is good. Just have a little mix of everything. 2 Forces, 2 Spyglass. Maybe I'm overrating Ballista. I feel like I can poke down Planeswalkers, and if they're running Monastery Mentor, I want to have these as well. It's probably fine. Just need to not let them get a quick combo. Oh, this hand looks great. Should definitely have our colorless mana this game. And that's Time Spiral says is gonna sell like hotcakes. It's Ponder, Thoughtseize, a lot of like big money cards in that. Let's play Glimmerpost so I can Golos and play Chalice. Suppose I might as well play Chalice first here. It's the lesser of the 2 cards. The lesser of importance. You know what I'm saying. And also to stop this, if... I don't know what 1 mana counterspell they would play against Golos. Hopefully they Force of Will this. Help clear the way for this Golos. Alright. Force pitching Narset. Go, let's go. Yes. Alright, just get Eye of Ugin. Alright, it should be good now. Even if we lose our hand, we still have our mana base. Even got back to basics covered. Moon maybe. Days Undoing. Alright. Because they showed that, I'm just gonna search up a Thought-Knot here. Because I won't be able to end of turn search something up with Eye when that happens. I've been loving Thought-Knot in this list too. You know, I always say like 20 mana is the mana for Emrakul, 15 is Kozilek Ulamog, well 9 is the Thought-Knot mana. Something I've learned. Definitely haven't had the green mana this round when I needed it. Although I kind of just decided to go this color this route, so this game's not really all that important. With 12 mana, I could search up Golos and play it next turn. Which I probably will, unless I draw like another Locust land. Then I'll just get one of the little brother Eldrazi's. Sweet. I finally feel like a real stream now. Got a second monitor set up, so I can just do all this other stuff on here. But I do want to look at these spoilers. Ooh, Spyglass. It's not bad. Anything else new today? I got Abrupt Decays in the set. I really hope they do Walking Ballista with a little border. But I mean, I can't really complain. Got Prime Time. It's a pretty good one to get for this deck. Keep the sand for sure. Pretty much don't turn down turn 1 Chalice hands. Nice. So the second Chalice, I could play, maybe I should have played it out as 0 last turn. It might be like Ant. I don't know if it's better to play another one at 1. Maybe just a second one for 1 is probably better. I'll Thought-Knot him next turn. Oh, ninjas. That would make sense, based on these colors. So they probably have Brazen Borrower then. It's a pretty bad ninja start, though. Volcanic. Oh, Kolaghan's command. Grixis control. I'm okay with this. I'm going to discard this Chasm. I don't think I need Chasm here. What's this card do? I guess just that. Kind of sucks letting them have a Jace, but I'm not too worried about Jace at this point. Might as well protect my Thought-Knot. If this deck makes a comeback, that's another good thing for Post. Oh, man, stupid him. More colorless. Usually the worst thing they could do is like him, snap him. Ooh. Kind of want to save the Cavern for like a potentially Giant or Scout if I draw it. Play my Forest out. Stop that Snapcaster him nonsense. And so I remember way back in the Grixis Control days, when this was like the top deck, one of the GPs I played in, like the first 3 turns, they just, all they did was basically play cantrips, and they showed me like blue, red, and black. So I figured they were an Ant. And then when they like finally just went to play, they went to play like a Jace turn 4 was the first thing that revealed what they were. And I was like so relieved from that. I always think about that. I'm at 12 mana right now. This Emrakul still a little bit off. Kind of just want to take the Rejuvenator and take my chances. Maybe, yeah, I'll play out this Cavern on Elves. And then hopefully I find Eye of Ugin. If not, I can maybe find like a Vesuva. Get a second Cavern for Giant. Yeah, let's do that. Come on, Eye of Ugin. Damn. Let's take a Cavern then. There's a prime time. Just say Giant. And I could say Eldrazi as well, if they would go to bounce this Thought-Knot. But I think I want to set myself up for prime time. I think I don't pressure the Jace here, right? I feel like I have to get through this at some point, but probably best to wait till next turn. I don't know. I mean, on the other hand, it's like not getting any better. How do I'm not in these spots very often, where I'm like attacking with small creatures. Alright, I'm just gonna attack with it. I like just getting it out of the way. Somebody can correct me if they wish to inform me of that. Maybe it's not right to let him draw a card there, but that Strix is not going anywhere. I feel like I need to just clear it at some point. And now this little guy can start poking Jace. What's this? 6 mana. Tombstalker. Come on, Eye of Ugin. Probably just get some life here. When was the last time you saw a Tombstalker in Legacy? This is a blast from the past here. Card on the bottom. Very nice. Man, Baleful Strix is so annoying. Gonna need some runners here the next couple turns. It's not what I want. K command. Oh man, playing around K commands. It's definitely something you need to not sharp on. Remember there was a... Yeah, to play around this, you have to just keep cards in hand. If you're like tutoring up with Eye, like some key card, for example. Obviously there's nothing to do with this step right here. Alright, I'm just dead now. What do I want here? Probably just ballistas. Am I wrong to cut Spyglass? Probably. Maybe I'd rather just cut, like, Golos. Actually, let's cut a couple prime times. It's more color intensive. I don't need the green cards for Force of Vigor. Maybe there's Blood Moon, though. I should probably hedge a little bit against Blood Moon. Alright, change of plans. I'll just do 2 forces. Yeah, I'll go down Spyglasses. It's fine. I guess Ballista kind of does the same thing in pestering like planeswalkers. And the only reason I would be playing Spyglass would be for like Jace or if there's like Narset or something. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I feel like trying this. And you don't really want to mulligan too much against like decks with him. I'm just going to throw a Ballista out there, turn 1. I feel like I'm set up pretty well for any threat that comes. And the one downside about Walking Ballista is you lose that F6 value. You can never just skip through things. Might have to ping them. Alright, I'm gonna play Forest here. I guess I'll cast this probably at their end step. Yeah. They can't hit him this turn because they only have us. They don't have black yet, so it's nice. Alright, just do it now. Let's take that Golos, I think. I guess prime time if I'm going for something big. Either of those 2 cards are happening 2 turns from now, so might as well get the bigger, better one. I should probably play the Cavern out here. Yeah, let's definitely do that. In case I lose, like I get hit next turn. This will also let me pump Ballista without taking more damage than I need to. Yeah, I feel like this little guy, this like just alone is a pretty big problem for them. It must be so annoying to like K-command that. I see your Blood Moon. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Lee? Trying to tune the old Stompy list. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I'm going to be Mr. Lee is having a 12-hour stream for charity. This is on March 21st, and I'll advertise this more as it gets closer. But yeah, I'm going to be making a special appearance on that. So I hope you all tune in for that. And yeah, I'll mention it every stream too. But yeah, looking forward to that. I could do co-streams now, Mr. Lee. Should definitely do one together. Got the computer to do so. This really screws over my Cavern of Souls plan. At least I can just hardcast prime times now. It's definitely going to get forced. Wow. Alright, let's get Eye. Kind of doesn't matter at the moment. But just to set myself up later for after this Ulamog happens. If or when it does. Let's get Eye. Let's just get Karakas now, too. Could have also gotten another Cloudpost, but... eh. This will allow me to reuse the Ulamog, this Karakas, if it gets to that point. It's 2 lands away. More prime times. Good thing their clock is so anemic. Alright, what's the second thing that I'm going to Blood Moon? Or what's the second thing I'm going to Ulamog here? This, and then kind of thinking the Volcanic. Maybe they're light on red. All the counters. It's bad that it didn't draw a different, like, non-Vesuva land that turn. I could save this Vesuva, copy something next turn. If you guys haven't seen this before, it's just a land that sits there and does nothing. Find it funny. Oh, was it really? I always found it weird how new Kozilek was the only like Titan that required colorless. And that actually like really peeves me that it does too. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I've definitely like when that card first came out, and then this is about the same time when like the Moon Stompy deck was picking up in popularity. There were definitely times when I had new Kozilek, and that double colorless cost requirement screwed me over. After that, I went back to old Kozilek, never looked back. Emrakul. Definitely going to keep this chasm around for... I mean, it's going to take 2 damage next turn, so I might as well. It's also... this card also has really good synergy with these Ancient Tombs. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I can still Chalice and also search something up. It's possible I should have kept that in hand in case they K command this next turn. Have you played the Stompy list yet, Mr. Lee? I'm going to try and sell it a bit more. So I feel like it's more depth to playing it than I thought there was initially. Yeah, I could always go back to the summoning traps. That was the original list that I built my list on. This Jace is fine. Just gonna search up Ulamog here, kill Jace Gurmag, and also get rid of this chasm. No, I might as well keep it around if I'm gonna play these tombs or use these tombs. Yeah, I'll definitely keep it around. Yeah, and they also can't K command here. I can also hold up my Karakas too. Force, Pitching Ponder. Oh, I could probably just Force of Vigor these next turn. God. This could actually help me here. Four, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I'm just going to search something up here and then keep a card in hand. Hopefully they don't... We can use these tombs on upkeep next turn if we want to search up something else. I think I'm just going to search up a Golos here, though. Maybe I should have searched up Ballista there. 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll take out a Ballista here. And then I'll at least kill this Baleful Strix, luckily. Or hopefully. No, I will not pay that. Not die to it. Oh, perfect. Now I can Thought-Knot and Ballista. Yeah. Deck likes me. Underground Sea. I might just be able to smack him to death next turn. They force a will this. It's fine. Let's just get... No, let's get some mana here. Alright. Oh, this is game 2. Man, I got so into that game. Alright, I think I want more Force of Vigors. They probably only have 2 Blood Moons, and they seem pretty good at drawing them. Maybe they run more than 2 Blood Moons. Shouldn't say that. Make those assumptions. Yeah, we fought back there. Clawed our way back. Kind of just want to cut Spyglass entirely. Ballista does like the same thing and more against him. And then the thing with like Jace the Mind Sculptor is like if you're in a good spot, if you're prepared for it, then you can set yourself up so you're not really affected by that card. Hope we find a Cloudpost with this Once Upon a Time. That's unfortunate. Another Vesuva? Is that what I want? I'll take a Ballista. Let him choose between my 2 cheapest creatures. That's a shitty Once Upon a Time, though. It's not bad. Remember that GP where Reed Duke played this deck? Thought that was pretty awesome. Alright, I'm just going to use this Cavern on, especially since I have 2 constructs. Man, even an Ancient Tomb off that Once Upon a Time would have been a lot better. Just really looking for one of my 2 mana accelerating lands, Tomb or Cloudpost. Found neither. As far as next turn, if I don't draw a better land than what I have here, probably I'm going to play a Vesuva out, just so I can play a Ballista on 2, turn 4 if I need to. Should double up on my Caverns, probably say Giant. Either Giant or Scout. Or did I side out? Yeah, let's do Giant. It's only 2 Golos. Unless Eldrazi is worth to name. Yeah, let's actually do Eldrazi. I don't hate where this game is going right now. Maybe I should just play the Ballista out here too, because I'm going to play this Thought-Knot next turn. Yeah, let's do that. The real question next turn will be if we draw a Cloudpost. I probably would just play that over casting Thought-Knot, honestly. I don't like Cloudpost sitting around in hand, possibly getting himmed. The plan for now is play Forest, cast Thought-Knot. Alright, and not be playing Thought-Knot. Just Chalice on 2, or is it time to just pump and try and kill him? I think we Chalice on 2. Or Chalice on 1, excuse me. And they have no respect for our ability to deal damage. No respect. That's shitty. And my Chalice too. Kill you. Oh yeah, I wish. How's it going, Coachy Loco? Tombstalker? Looks like it. Might get us if this is Tombstalker. Gurmag. Shit. Alright, need to draw pretty well here. Yeah, I'll play the one tomorrow for sure. Shit. Gonna Fate Seal. Yeah. And then Sunday is the Showcase Challenge. Card on top. Boo. Which, I'll record the Showcase one. But... yeah, I'll definitely post it on my YouTube channel. Assuming it's, like, worth watching. I didn't play the Vesuva out there, just because it won't make a difference. In case I draw, like, Force of Vigor next turn. Gain a little life off it. The look of disappointment when they put it on top. And if they Snapcaster, we're just dead here. One more draw. I hate losing to matchups that should be good. Ooh, card in bottom. I mean, that's how it goes sometimes. This is definitely a weakness of the Cavern of Souls plan. Okay, command. Seems like I need to respect Grixis control more than I do. Yeah, the challenge tomorrow, I'm probably going to play the usual list, Green Sun Reclaimer. How was I going to change? Yeah, I wanted a couple Veil of Summers in the board. I want to keep the Surgicals. And just because, like, Loam, Knight of the Reliquary is big. It's either 2 Carpets or 2 Mindbreak Traps. Kind of thinking Mindbreak Traps. I just like having 4 Carpets. Like having this in Quadruplicate. Plus Veil kind of does the same thing as a like combo 8-piece. Yeah, we'll try it like this. And then Coach Loco, I'm going to test out, in place of Rex Sage at some point, Caustic Caterpillar. Hello Newton recommended it. He's a, I'm sure people know him, but he's a Elves expert, also playing Green Sun decks. Not sure how it'll measure up to Rexage, but I mean, it's easier on the mana when we only have like a little bit of mana to work with. Although Rexage is more just direct when you have the 4 mana to Green Sun for it. I think it's just Caustic. Yes, I spelled Caterpillar correctly. So yeah, if we're Green Sunning for it, turn 2, then we'll have the 2 mana to activate it on turn 3. But if we're Green Sunning for it and like wanting to just destroy something all in the same turn, then it's more green intensive than Rexage is. So yeah, it has its pros and cons. We'll explore it a bit. I'm like 90% sure I don't own that card, so I should probably... It's probably one of those just cards that's not worth anything. Just buy 4 of them from my GoatBot's credit. Have you played the Stompy list at all, Coach Loco? Stick a Thought-Knot here. I'm here to try and sell people on playing this. Oh, okay, gotcha. I think I have the Stompy version in paper now, too. Oh god, Sneak Attack. Yeah, I've seen this deck a lot more often now, too. Oh, same thing we always name with Needles, Sneak Attack. You gotta get that Tabernacle, man. It's just suboptimal without it. Though not entirely necessary, but I wouldn't leave home without it. Bug one of your lands playing friends. If they're not playing their deck, let them loan it to you. I feel like that card gets more expensive every like week here. Like I go to stream and then next week it's like stupid, even more stupid expensive. Yeah, let's play out this Ballista, I guess. I'll probably Thought-Knot next turn. I guess this is the same as last week. $2,000. Who knows if that's actually what people pay for it. Haven't checked on it. And so I thought, no, it's good to drop in off the show and tell against the Omniscience version. But I'm more inclined to just cast it against the blue-red one next turn. And if they show and tell, I could just put in Ulamog, I guess, and hope that's good enough. If they show and tell this turn, I'll put Thought-Knot in. Maybe not. We'll see if they actually do it. Yeah, let's just put Ulamog in. Just hope that's good enough. If we draw a Cavern of Souls, we can have enough permanents to survive this. Or we just draw Karakas, would be nice. Well, we know they have a Force of Will, or maybe they don't. Alright, well, let's play this Rejuvenator then. Oh, then I die unless I find a Glimmerpost or a Vesuva. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going in. YOLO, you know? Glimmerpost. Glimmerpost. Yes. Alright. I'm still not out of the woods yet. Alright, what am I swinging with this Ballista? Probably not. Well, actually, then they take 10. Or no, that doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I'm fine if they take 10. They'll definitely block the Ulamog, so I might as well get the free chip shot damage. I feel like we're still gonna die, despite that excitement. That's fair. So I own 2 Tabernacles. I bought them in like 2010. They were like $90 at the time. Pretty happy I did. Yeah, I could, I'm definitely gonna keep one of them around. Just always have in the deck. But yeah, whenever I cash out the second one, I don't know, just whenever I need the cash, I guess. Maybe when I buy a house. I have played 2 Tabernacles in the sideboard in the past, so it's not unheard of. I don't think I'd do that again, though. It would be a weird kind of flex, though, in paper. Only this deck would, like, want to do that. Alright, what am I sacking here? I'm just thinking if we find our Glacial Chasm, I could survive, maybe. Probably just keeping the creatures. Tall cactus. Yeah. It's Karakas or bust. Maybe I should have kept another land in case. No, if a Glacial Chasm, then I just annihilate my whole board. That's another thing to keep in. Why is it like highlighting everything? Like, oh, this is what Ulamog exiled last turn. So there's 1 Omniscience, 1 Cunning Wish. Let's see what else this Ulamog swing tells us. I guess that's pretty typical. There's usually some hybrid. Hybrid of Sneak Attack and Omniscience. Cunning Wish, Cunning Wish, Cunning Wish, Omni, Omni. Grasshopper Hand. Turn off auto yield. Yeah, maybe they'll draw 14. And I shouldn't ping them, because then maybe right now they're allowed to pay 14. Yeah, we got so close. They're going to be at 2 after this. I mean, we're just dead on board. Let's see if they make a mistake. Stranger things have happened, we'll say. Okay, that's enough. So I was thinking compared to the Omni version, definitely bringing these Force of Vigors. Against Omnitel, I would prefer to have these Mindbreak Traps, probably over the Spyglasses. Spyglass is great against sneak attack, so I'm definitely going to keep all these in here. And if I'm bringing Force of Vigor, then I keep all the green cards in. Let's see, let's cut this Ballista. Probably 2 of the Golos. Got enough triggered abilities to drop in off their show and tell. I think it's just Kozilek. Yeah, I really like Thought-Knot in this matchup, especially against the Omniscience. Yeah, let's try this. Need to find more land, but it's got a good start, at least. Whenever they go to show and tell, I'm likely putting in the Thought-Knot, and then probably going to Force of Vigor, pitching Prime Time. Because I kind of expect to hopefully cast this Rejuvenator somewhat early. No, I think like I still prefer the Reclaimer list. I think the Reclaimer list is more. It definitely plays out more how I want to play a game of Magic. Like the Stompy list is more linear, but I've just kind of been trying to tune this version. No real like competitive reason, I guess. Just trying to make it as best as I think it can be. But if I was like focused on like solely focused on winning as much as possible, I would play the Reclaimer version. This version does have its high spots though, gotta say. Like some of the combo matchups are much better with like Chalice and Thought-Knot. Like the Sneak and Show version, for example. I feel like since I've been playing the Stompy version, I usually beat this list. And like the Omni version, of course, too. Yeah, sometimes Chalice just squashes them right off the bat. And also notice with Spyglass too, you can be like really disruptive with it. Like if they have one fetch land to like access their blue, just name that. Do like what it offers. Are they shown telling here? Shit. I need some more lands though. Elf. Man, Thought-Knot is such a cool like piece of disruption. It's weird having like a Thought Seize and not requiring any specific color. They made all these small draws-y. Like Reality Smasher. Reality Smasher is pretty busted, but I think Thought-Knot takes the cake for the most ridiculous of those. Uh-oh. I need to try and just answer this right now. Okay then. No lands is unfortunate. Getting punished for a greedy keep. Oh, that's awesome. That's gotta surprise them when... I mean, when you think of Emrakul in Legacy, it's generally this deck or, like, Omni, if it's not our deck. So we're kind of like the outlier Emrakul deck, I feel like. I did that once, like, I scared an opponent with putting a prime time in. This was back when Deathrite was legal. I was playing this bug version with, like, Deathrite myself. And I remember my turn one, I went, like, Bayou Deathrite. And then his turn, he cantripped. My turn, like, I figured he was, like, on either, like, Ant or Sneak and Show at the time. And my only land drop in hand was a Cloudpost. But I thought, like, well, I feel like my best chance of winning this game is to not play this Cloudpost out. And then if he Sneak and Show, he'll, like, Show and Tell, and I'll put in this, like, prime time in. So I just, like, I withheld the Cloudpost. And then he did, like, just that with the Show and Tell the next turn. He put in Emrakul. I put in Primeval Titan. I think he figured I was just some, like, regular black-green deck, I'm sure. And when the prime time came into play, he was just like, what the fuck? Like, it was, like, the greatest thing. Like, oh, I love those kind of interactions. I probably didn't do it justice, just, like, retelling that. But did not expect to see a prime time on the other end of that Show and Tell. And Emrakul was, like, the best possible one they could Show and Tell into. Like, Gristlebrand, they'll probably draw something and just kill you. Omni, you're probably just dead. But Emrakul, like, yeah, Primetime can deal with it. That Karakas in deck. Come on. It's not looking well on you, everybody. Looks like we're about to die. Emrakul Misty through the breach. I haven't seen that in a while. That's awesome, though. Do you remember, I saw it on Reddit, this was like years ago, back when Jeff Hoogland played Legacy, but he, like, turned one, like, City of Traders, Lotus Petal, Show and Tell, he put an Emrakul in, and his opponent was lands, and they put Exploration in, and then the opponent's turn, they played Wasteland Tabernacle, and just dealt with the Emrakul that way. I'm sure it's, like, on YouTube somewhere. Just so hilarious. When Show and Tells go wrong. We dead opponent. Has something nasty to through the breach. I'd rather this be Gristlebrand here. At least get another chance. Yeah, it's fair. You get to put something in. I know some people despise Show and Tell as a card. I don't really hate it that much. But it's definitely, for a lot of people, it's a shitty way to lose. And it takes me back. I used to play blue in this deck back when Sensei's Divining Top was legal. And it's kind of like a show and tell deck as a backup plan. Or it basically as like a side plan to the usual ramping. I had some, I was on the wrong end of some show and tells. For sure. Got punished for like show and telling in like a Helm of Obedience, and then they go to rest in peace. That's the first one that comes to mind, at least. Most of the time, you just like jam show and tell. My thing is just better. Yeah, I know a lot of the local guys, like some of them just hate show and tell. They want to play fair magic. So I don't know if JPA still plays Progenitus, but I know it was in his sideboard for a while. I thought that was awesome. Yeah, 2-card Monty. Well, now it's a 1-card combo with Doomsday. I guess Doomsday is very risky too, though. It's ballsy to go to only 5 cards in library. This is just way too little too late. Hey, how's it going, Jim? It's alright, I'm just gonna be blabbing about making land drops and stuff. I don't think you'll be missing much. I'll probably be on for another hour at most, and I gotta go to stupid work. Wish I could just play, like, stream all day. Just kind of just feel like playing Magic today. I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Thank you, all my wonderful viewers. Finally have a second monitor set up and running now, so I feel like an actual streamer now, not having to bring up my software whenever I go to change something. Alright, I'm going to put Thought-Knot in here and hope they can't answer like an Omniscience thing. Alright, they put in Omniscience. And their 2 Cunning Wishes are in the graveyard. Usually they only run 3 total, so maybe I'm good here. Maybe. That's unfortunate. I think I have to take Sneak Attack here. Just because Gristlebrand's coming in no matter what. Oh, but they can't draw though, so yeah, I'll take Sneak. I don't want them messing around with that. And they already have a second Gristlebrand anyway, so 2 Force of Wills is annoying. And all I have to do is just find their Emrakul with this Impulse. Gristle. Ah, so close. I mean, I can cast Golos and Thought-Knot. somehow have to survive Emrakul, most likely next turn. I sided out Chasm, right? Oh, I didn't. Wow. Okay. Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get to see your name as closely. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the stream. It's here for a short couple leagues today. Oh yeah, they have 2 forces, right? Boo. I feel like my caverns are failing me. Man, if we had just drawn the land like 1 turn earlier, I think we might have been fine. Now they'll draw 7. Emrakul has to not be. Okay. I tried. I did my best. It just wasn't good enough. Yeah, for the challenge, I'm planning to just play the usual Reclaimer list. Probably play the Stompy list in between rounds. Yeah, if you haven't seen this Stompy version before, this is the one that I got my first like undefeated league with. It had Apex Devastator, but then the second time was more Cavern of Souls heavy, which I'm convinced Cavern is like how I want to go with this deck. Try and break the format, if you will. I feel like it should probably go through Cavern. So yeah, this is what I'm on now. And the cardboard live should be updated, so yeah, that's what we're doing here today. I have 1 less forest than the other version, but the caverns are intended to also color fix for the different creatures that need it. It's really just Prime Time and Rejuvenator. Yeah, there's other variations of this, like Soul and or Ancient Tomb Chalice version that I've tried. Like I've went with Karns in place of some Thought-Knots. But yeah, I'm not sure that's really what I want to do. I feel like we want to play to the creatures in the deck. Or just be a creature deck more, rather. So next turn I'll play Cavern, naming Scout. Play this Rejuvenator, and if I find like a Cloudpost, then I'll be able to cast Golos the turn after that. Alright, no Cloudpost, but we have the 5th mana next turn still. I think I want a giant Cavern. This version is a lot of fun though, just figuring out the sequencing and like the land drops properly. I feel like it's even like less forgiving than the usual list. If you make like your wrong first land drop, you're just like screwed for like the first 4 turns of the game sometimes. I was about to say, if this isn't some combo deck, it's Seek and Show. Most likely. Alright, let's go get our Karakas. If I miss the land drops again, probably just going to Karakas bounce my Golos and recast it immediately to get another Cloudpost with this Vesuva. I think they're probably going to find their second land here, in which case I should probably just hold up on the Karakas. Probably will just play Thought-Knot out. I don't know, I could save the Thought-Knot as well to drop in off their show and tell. Yeah, I think if... I don't need to hold the Karakas up, but I'll keep the Thought-Knot back. So if they go to Omniscience here, the Karakas isn't doing too much for me. Cloudpost. This becomes a Cloudpost. Hopefully we just don't die this turn. Alright, this is good. It's a good sign. Another Emrakul. Just taking another Thought-Knot here. I have 10 lands, and you have none. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna try the Mindbreak Traps. This looks like the more Omniscience heavy. It's the non-red version. I'm just gonna cut Spyglass instead. I'll do the same thing as last round, but just the traps instead of Spyglasses. Yeah, so Omnitail matchup is just like miserable for the usual list. But I feel like we definitely have a chance with this version. It's definitely not bad. I'll try this. Has everybody been enjoying the Legacy format since the ban still? Hopefully nobody's sick of it yet. Is there any decks that you guys like just hate to see when you like end up facing it? Let's try and find another Cloudpost here. Sweet. Yeah, it's not the best for my archetype either, but it's a welcome change though. Like, the last format was getting stale with Oko. Even though I think it's worse for posts now. Like, this is way more interesting of games. More like a variety of matches now. Definitely a lot happier with this than where it was at. I want to save this Thought-Knot to put in off their show and tell. It's likely next turns when that's going to happen. So I'll probably, yeah, I'll just attempt this Golos here. If this resolves, I'll get a Karakas or a Cloudpost, and then just threaten Emrakul next turn. Oh yeah, that's some of like the more like high profile, like the showcase challenges and like Eternal Weekend. There's just like so many Snowco. I think literally like 8 of the 10 matches I played were either Snowco or Rug Delver. Which up to that point I was like relatively fine with the format. I didn't really see where it was too like saturated with any one thing, but after those bigger, more competitive tournaments, yeah, I think it was a little too top heavy with those two decks. When they gave us the God accounts for the Eternal Weekend sign up, I remember like a lot of just random brew decks that I tried out were really weak to Snowco. I realized like why people hate that so much. Yeah, I played like that Goblin Stompy deck. Yeah, sometimes they could answer like 5 lackey effects before you got like a hit on them. It's kind of ridiculous. It's Emrakul time. Wahaha. Cast my Emrakul before they show and tell one in. For their all-knowing, omniscient selves. Just wills one into play. Yeah, so unless this last match goes very quickly, this will probably be my last one. It's just a short stream here today. But yeah, I'll be on for the challenge. Can find out exactly how long it is before that. 16 hours. Okay. So I hope you all come back a little bit less than 17 hours from now. Watch a more competitive event with a different list if you haven't watched this before. And it's still based around Cloudpost, and it's still green, but the games are going to play out very differently. Yeah, I'll likely play this version. Unless I just, like, spur of the moment, decide to play the Stompy one again, but I think I've had my fill of that after this. If I play these Veils here, I hope I don't have too many cards to bring in against the blue decks. Against Delver, for instance. I'm already bringing Carpets and Tabernacles in. I don't know. Yeah, Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is back. Let's just get another land and discard this Kozilek. This could be Ant. Hopefully it's just some blue-black control-ish list. Wasteland. So probably Delver. I guess it could be a lot of things at this point still. Where's my mods at? Clear out this junk. It's Delver. Guess I'm just Vesuvaing basics at this point. I play a Glimmerpost here. So I'll probably need to, if I'm just going one land at a time, need to gain a little bit of life up until this Golos. I have no idea if this is going to be fast enough at all, but yeah, this is kind of like an unusual time, stupid wasteland, for me to stream, so I feel like my usual viewers, my mods, are not watching now. Hopefully you don't have another wasteland. So if I draw like an Ancient Tomb next turn, get this Golos down. Proc Decay. Force of Will. I need to gain some life here, unfortunately. I could risk, I could get Glacial Chasm, but this kind of throws a wrench in my... I was going to get another Cavern of Souls here to name Giant, but I don't think I can afford to do that at this point. I'm just going to get life. And hopefully I can get there with a Prime Time plus Thought-Knot next turn. I don't want to die to burn here, so... I mean, they're so low in life themselves. But, yeah, I can just finish them off with my creatures in hand, if it comes to that. Decay. Bolts. Alright, so what's the best way to play this? Probably just the Eye of Ugin to save on mana if there's like days. Force switching Spell Pierce. It's all up to you, Prime Time. I could have also Once Upon a Time to see if I found another cavern. Maybe that would have been better. Yes. Just life gain. Two wastelands too. Alright, Ballistas, Tabernacle. So it tends to come in against Delver. Hit a couple prime times. And I guess a Golos. Maybe Kozilek too, but they do have Thoughtseize, so would like some graveyard recursion at least. Yeah, that was Thought-Knot. That was all Thought-Knot there. They had to answer that. Alright, would have cleared the way. Yeah, I recommend like Kochi Loco, like definitely give this this version a try. I might have like talked it down as like a stupid version of the deck, but I don't know, I really like the play to it. There's a lot of gameplay around Vesuva, I must say, in this deck. Like I have a new appreciation for this card after this deck. So I'll say Wasteland. Let's try and kill this Bob with a Ballista. I don't know if I want to play... Yeah, so this is like an interesting point here. I could Vesuva my tomb and give myself the ability to cast Golos next turn. It would be especially good if I draw a Cavern of Souls next turn. But doing that, then this Ballista I can't play around days. I think it's worth risking against days here at this spot. I mean, they didn't draw any cards since last time. Yeah, fuck it. Sweet. And now if we draw a Cavern, we're in super good shape. And even if we don't, I'll probably just cast the Golos out anyway. Abrupt Decay. Alright. Rejuve. Take this Cavern. Now we're back on the Golos plan next turn. Maybe we'll even get to activate Golos this game. Which I've definitely done a few times with this list. Yeah, really underrated Cascading Cataracts. Never tried it before this version, but it's pretty awesome just getting all your color fixing within a single land. Oh, what's up, Chalice? It's pretty good. Just doing a short stream here before I have to go to work. But yeah, still enjoying Legacy. How are you doing? Let's... Man, these tombs are getting kind of hard on my life total now. Trying to decide if it's worth... I'm just definitely going to play this Chalice out this turn. I have to decide if I want to try and play around days next turn, or if I want to just take the extra damage from Tomb. I don't really feel like playing around days. So I'm gonna just try and save my life here. I wish they would have traded there. So I'm gonna take the 2 damage now from this Chalice, but then set myself better next turn. I don't know. This could come back to bite me. What about Stryphopile Chalice? Is that good nowadays? I feel like that's what I think of you the most when I think of what decks you play in Legacy. Man, I don't even know if I want to play this Thought-Knot here. Go to 5. I think I might just rather have the extra turn. Just Spyglass here. Oh, maybe that's wrong. Oh, is he on 60 cards now? Moved away from Yorion. Yeah, I don't really keep up with this list as much as I should. Oh yeah, that's true. Less like cantrips then. Brainstorm or Ponder, both blocked out by Chalice. It's gotta be a Glimmerpost of some sort. Alright. Game 3 we go. Should try out Stompy Post and Chalice. Trying to sell this deck as much as I can. Sand is very risky on multiple levels. But it's also potentially really good, so I'm going to keep it. Yeah, they probably have Wasteland. I'm going to throw Chalice out there first, though. Wow. Alright. Should I name Flooded Strand? Probably not. I could, though. It never works out. Oh, what do you guys think? Is it worth naming Flooded Strand right here? Then they can't shuffle with it. I mean, they do have the Polluted Delta, but that might send them back like a turn. Kind of feel like doing that, honestly. Yeah, let's try that. Usually whenever I do this, this doesn't work out for me, and it's just better that I named Wasteland, but we could make them hate themselves for not fetching. Come on, no Days or Force. Yeah. I'm just gonna get Cloudpost, I think. Let's build the mana now. Maybe I should have gotten Karakas too, but I don't really want to be tapping these tombs much longer if I don't have to. Ooh. Maybe I should have held that back to block. Oh well. Cloudpost. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Decamio. I know what that's from. When I went to go upload it initially, it just didn't work properly, so it must have actually queued it up. Yeah, I'll fix it after this. I'll try and be better about posting it on time too. Been pretty bad about I'll usually post it within the week, or at least I have been the last couple times. But I'll try and get it up within the day after, if not immediately after the stream. Can actually do that right now on my handy dandy second monitor. Oh, so nice. Keep the ones with the most views, I guess, as well. Yeah, I don't know why it had to upload 4 times. I feel like it didn't upload the proper one either, the challenge. It's really frustrating. Also, I don't know if anybody can help me, but if you know of a good video editing software that's free, that's fairly easy to use, I can splice parts of all the matches in a league into a single video or so. Would greatly appreciate that. So I want to try and make the content look better. And also just condense and consolidate the content at this point. There's so many videos. Ancient Grudge. Oh, I see what happened. Stupid YouTube. I might just chump this here. Yeah, I will. Shotcut. Oh, okay, thanks. Let me jot this down here. Thank you, Tonic Booth. The suggestion. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's put the big guy in. Man, they're in a lose-lose situation too. If they counter this, then I lose the creatures in the graveyard. Goif gets smaller. Wahaha. Can you answer Mr. Kozilek? The butcher himself. Yeah, I'm downloading this right now. Probably could try and make use of it after work. I mean, I need a pretty good answer to this Kozilek, or else I'm gonna annihilate most of their board. With his brother that never stops being hungry. I could have, if they hadn't Thoughtseize that Ballista away, I could have just tried to kill him right in the spot too. Okay, Ulamog. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I shouldn't play into Submerge. Alright. But yeah, I feel like my land drops were pretty established at that point, and there wasn't... Most likely was not going to be Forest. It had either been the Glimmerpost or definitely Eye of Ugin that turn there. 3-2. That's decent. What more can I say? So yeah, just to sum this up. Do we get screwed on green mana? Sometimes. Not really. I guess I'm indifferent to whether these caverns are possible at the expense of more forests. The other thing I wanted to check at the beginning of the stream was if I wanted a Bajuka Bog. Which I've had some situations where I did want one somewhere in the 75. But it didn't really come up anytime this league today. These are things I just questioned for as far as like tuning this list goes. But yeah, that was a fun league. Definitely am down to play this and tune it up a little bit more in the future. Yeah, about 16 hours from now, I'll be playing the Legacy Challenge, and I'll be streaming that as well. So yeah, please hit the follow button if you haven't already. If you don't know, I'm Tony Murata into play. Always playing 12th Post. But yeah, that's going to be the end of my stream for this afternoon. We're going to raid Archon. Probably my most typical person to raid. Just being a fellow Legacy player. Who will also be a guest on my stream fairly shortly. But yeah, thanks a lot everyone. Have a good rest of your day.